We got some news for you today regarding our Detroit Lions. We're going to talk about observations from the Senior Bowl. Dan Campbell interview, some takeaways that we can get from that. The offensive coordinator position interviews begin. Also, we're going to get into important dates regarding our Detroit Lions. But before we get into this video, if you think it'd be a real smart idea when it's 0 degrees outside to walk outside, stick your tongue out, and put it on a metal pole, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions, news and rumors, and sometimes you can get stuck in the suck. Also, make sure you pull out the tongue on the like button and put that bad boy on a poll as well. Let's get into today's Lions news.
It's LeGarrette Blount here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
The offensive coordinator interviews begin this week, and finally, soon, we will have the new guy in control of the Detroit Lions offense. We've been waiting ever since Anthony Lynn was let go. And who is going to be the guy? My personal opinion, as you know on this channel, it is going to be Ben Johnson, the tight ends coach. He was extremely integral towards the transformation of the Lions offense this second half of the season, working with Jared Goff, working with Dan Campbell, getting the play callies in there, and helping Dan Campbell out with scheme. So I think that will be the guy, but there's going to be more individuals interviewed for sure. He was the guy doing the offense for the Senior Bowl. Hard to justify and look at the scores that was taking place in the Senior Bowl and to grade him because the offensive line was that cheeks. What is the biggest need for the Detroit Lions? Let me know in the comment section. This is the pinned comment for this video. Do you think it's linebacker? Put LB. Do you think it is safety? Put S. Do you think it's quarterback? Put QB. WR for wide receiver. Let me know what you guys think. What is the biggest need? Senior Bowl standouts that I took when I watched the Senior Bowl, as well as the practices. I thought Desmond Ridder did a phenomenal job Saturday. He was definitely taking control of the offense. His balls were perfectly thrown. A lot of rollouts, really good plays, took command of the offense. I love what he did for the New York team. Malik Willis, he did really good in practice all week. It was really hard to grade the quarterbacks for the Lions offense, Senior Bowl offense, because the offensive line was absolutely atrocious. But as you've seen, he rolled out of the pocket and he kept getting first down with his legs. I'd like to see him pass a little bit more. Sam Howell, I thought he did a really good job as well. Again, the offensive line was cheeks, but in the 2-minute drill, he was driving the offense. He was really good with his footwork. His footwork was outstanding. Stepping up the pocket, stayed with his progressions, threw the football very good, and did a phenomenal job. I thought the wide receiver Jones out of Tennessee did a really good job getting separation, getting open, making some plays. Tight end Jake Ferguson with the touchdowns. He did a good job. He kept getting open. And look, if you're a Lions guy, you definitely need to get a number 2. Connor Heyward had a lot of praise from Dan Campbell, so I threw him on this list. Dan Campbell loves the fullback, and I thought he loved him as well. Linebacker Jesse Lakuta from Penn State. Good job. Sideline to sideline, making plays. And we need a linebacker, and this could be a guy maybe the Lions take a look at. And Boy Mafi, we heard about this guy all week. Phenomenal job terrorizing the offensive line. This guy is a riser, in my opinion. All these guys could be on the list for the Detroit Lions. Let's get into Dan Campbell and his interview that he had on the sideline for the Senior Bowl. He was asked about the positions and the needs that he got, and his answer was, I'm going to be very generic as I can. Campbell said, lying to himself, just upgrade in all areas. That's where we need to get help. Certainly, you would like to add a receiver. You would like to add a linebacker. You would like to add a little bit of depth on the offensive line and defensive back. So we're just looking for a little bit of help everywhere. On Michigan State fullback Connor Heyward, I'll be honest with you, he had a good week. He had a good week this week. Campbell said, yeah, look, I do. They're in a different kind of breed, aren't they? Campbell said before turning back to Heyward, he's a little more versatile than a true fullback, though. Handled our playbook pretty well. Pretty dang good yesterday. He continued on about Malik Willis. How badly do you want to draft Malik Willis? I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that with anybody. I'm not going to give up intel, Campbell said. I like a lot of players here. I do like them, and he is a good player. Earlier in the week, Campbell gave more thorough praise of Willis after 2 days' practice. I think that throws a nice ball, Campbell said. I think he's pretty athletic. He's built better than from afar. You don't know. That's why I see you guys up close. He's a good-looking player. He's built right. Looks like he's built to last. Shoot, he handled our playbook pretty dang good yesterday. I'm on Lions Nation Unite app. If you're already on there, then you need to go ahead and follow me on this bad boy. I'm dropping stuff on there every single day. So let's get to 340 followers. I think I'm at 311 right now. So make sure you go ahead and hit that follow button so you don't miss on the latest news and rumors regarding our Detroit Lions. Couple notes that I'd like to tag in here. Dan Campbell loves his fullbacks, and I would not be shocked at all, even though we got Jace Kabinda, that they may take a flyer. He loves these guys. He loves these pounders. And, hey, how can you not blame him? We want to become a physical football team. Fullback is a part of that. That is just something I would look at. When it comes to the quarterback position, when it comes to Malik Willis specifically, Malik Willis to me is going to be a top 10 pick. He's not going to be available for the Detroit Lions at 31 and or 32. So if the Detroit Lions wanted to get a Malik Willis, that would be with the second pick or a trade-up. I do not believe they're going to take Malik Willis at 2. Regardless of personal feelings about specific players, I do believe they're just going to take the best player available, whether it be Aiden Hutchinson or Kayvon Thibodeau. I still kind of think they go with KT. Overall, I thought that the coaching staff, Dan Campbell, did a really good job in the Senior Bowl, really stood out. A lot of coaches like Duce, Staley, I think is a head coach in the making. Aaron Glenn as well. They did a phenomenal job, and more importantly than anything, they had an up-close look at all these prospects, be able to understand the personalities in and out, look at players they like to select. Dan Campbell likes guys who gets better each and every day. He had a chance to look at these guys. His coaches had a chance to see who improved every single day. I felt the quarterbacks did a good job. The linebackers did a really good job. The offensive line did not do a good job. So there's some players that they can look at and take back and feedback that they can get towards Brad Holmes and the rest of the scouts to get ready for the draft. I want to talk to you guys about some important dates coming up. Very important to kind of keep an eye on. February 14, the waiver system begins for the 22 NFL season. A week after that, it's the first day for clubs to designate franchise tags and or transition players. So you can look at a Tracy Walker potentially getting a franchise tag if they don't want to extend him. We got the NFL Scouting Combine. I think one of the most important dates here is March 1 through 7. That is where we get to finally look at these prospects really up close, look at their tangibles, hear about their intangibles, and get an idea of how fast they are, everything that we need to see from all these players, wide receivers, linebackers, quarterbacks, every position we need. March 8, prior to 4 p.m., the deadline for clubs to designate the franchise tag, so that will be the final time that the able can do it. March 14 through 16, free agency there. That is basically the tampering window begins for NFL free agency. Definitely a massive day for my channel. I may go live for this time, as that could be an option to make sure you guys get the breaking news. March 16, that's the actual beginning of the first day of the 22 league year. Trading period begins on that day as well, so you can look at players potentially being traded, and that's where you can go ahead and sign the players finally. April 18, clubs will be returning their head coaches for the workouts. That's the little mini camps. basically our coaching staff. Deadline for restricted free agents sign-off for sheets on the 22nd of April, and 28, the beginning of the 2022 NFL Draft. A lot of important dates, a lot of things coming up, and it's important to make sure you guys hit that notification bell if you have not done so you don't miss out on the latest news and rumors regarding our Detroit Lions. Breaking news, specifically waiting for our offensive coordinator right now, and then so on once the league year becomes and we're able to look at the Lions roster as a whole. We got videos dropping on my channel every single day. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, the One Pride podcast, special guest. We got Spirit of Detroit going to be on there. It's going to be a fun show. Friday video as well as Saturday where your comments come on. So make sure you guys come back. Let's continue to grow, and let's get that Lions information out there. We got the Super Bowl coming up in 1 week, and you want to make some money, then go to chatsports.com/LionsBet. That is BetUS. Our former quarterback, Matthew Stafford, is the guy for the Rams. So bet on the game. Promo code LINES125, and you get a 125% deposit bonus. Put in $100. You can spend $125. You don't want to spend a lot of money? That's fine. Just spend $5. chatsports.com/LinesBet.